how are you doing? My name is Josh Barrett. Today I'm going to talk to you about becoming a teacher. When I was in high school, I read this book, and I had to do it for a book report, and it really, it made me really passionate about history. I started watching History Channel, I just really got into wars and stuff like that, and so I decided, since I'm playing football, why not, and I want to coach, why not just go into teaching history. The first thing you got to do to become a teacher, I'm going to talk to you about becoming a teacher today. You got to go to college and get your education and earn your degree. You need a bachelor's degree. That's a minimum of 4 years. And then once you get your degree, you got to do your student teaching somewhere. You can pick a school. Maybe you have someone in the field that you know. Maybe you have someone that's a relative that's coaching or teaching at a different school. So you can go there and do your student teaching there, and they can help you out with tips and stuff like that. So now that we've talked about becoming a teacher, let's talk about some of the benefits and stuff that I'm really passionate about when it comes to teaching. Some of the benefits include, having a classroom of kids that look up to you and just want to be taught about history. Maybe some of them don't. Maybe some of them think it's boring, but maybe there's a couple kids in there that are really passionate about it, and they're interested in history, and they've never been taught history. So I think to be in a position to where you can teach them stuff about history is really powerful. You gotta make a difference, I think, as a teacher. You can't. I've had teachers sometimes that really didn't develop a relationship with you, and I felt like maybe I was missing out, or maybe they were missing out. I think if you develop a relationship with your students, then it just helps them understand better, and it's just overall a good thing. And giving back to your community, giving back to maybe people from your hometown or kids is something. It's a good. How's it not a good thing? There's no negatives with that. I think once you go through life, you learn from your mistakes, and then giving back to those kids by telling them, hey, this is what I did wrong, and this is how you can avoid those mistakes, and I think that's just overall a great thing. You got to be supportive. You got to be a supportive figure, I think, to your students. It's not just you're becoming a teacher. It's you've got kids that maybe don't have the best home life or something like that, and they look up to someone who's stable in their life, someone who's going to be there every day, and they really need that, I think. So maybe their father wasn't in their life, maybe their mother wasn't in their life. Well, you being that person can drive them and inspire them just by going and doing your job and doing something that you're passionate about. So it's counseling those kids. You can get into counseling. There's so many fields you can get into when it comes to teaching. Just what are you passionate about? What interests you? And then maybe teach that. If you're a math guy, maybe you teach math. If you're a history person, maybe you like to teach history. Driving those kids. I know I had a history teacher that was really funny, and he knew his stuff, and that drove me to I would just think, man, I want to have a conversation with that guy. Just talk about World War II or something like that, because think of the stuff that he could tell me just because he's passionate, and that drove me to go to class and want to learn better so I could just talk to him on his level. And I think that's something that's great. To sum up, I encourage anyone who wants to become a teacher to go ahead and make a difference, and just get into teaching. And with this comes great responsibility, and you